I have absolutely no idea how the YouTube algorithm works, but lately you guys have been eating up my video on the 6 pop-up ideas that I found from somebody on Reddit, and you guys have been posting your own ideas in the comment section of there. So I went through and I found 3 that I really liked, and I'm going to be talking about those in this video. But before we get into that, we are approaching 5,000 subscribers. So if you have any ideas for what I could do for a 5,000 subscriber special, please let me know in the comments below, and I'm going to read through all of them and see which ones are doable, I guess, and I'll try to do them. But I have been really interested reading all of these hop-up ideas and even your legend ideas. A couple people have emailed me and a couple people have talked to me in Discord, as well as just posting them on that video of fan ideas for new legends. And I am going to do a part 2 of that using those. I'll message you beforehand asking you for permission, but that is definitely in the works. Let's get into these 3 hop-ups though. I'm going to talk about them. Some of them I did adjust a little bit from originally what the users had posted, but the first one is from Mad Mac on YouTube, and he says, what if we had a hop-up on the G7 where every headshot for 20 seconds, the target is marked and their position is pinged every 5 seconds. So per headshot, you would have 4 pings, each every 5 seconds, and it would reveal where their location is, almost like Jackal from Rainbow Six Siege. And the effect couldn't be reapplied until after it was over. So like you couldn't spam it, you'd have to wait 20 seconds before you got another headshot. Now I have graphics for all of these that are going to be on the screen. I made these graphics myself, and I'm not a master animator or graphic designer, so I just made them very simple, but just to have something on screen for you guys to see and to see the name of, which as you can see is Tracking Rounds. Now, I actually really like the idea of this. I'm particularly thinking about how useful it would be for trying to get reses off. I also think it would be fairly useful to be the one who gets hit by that tracking shot, because then you could kind of hang back and other teams would think that you and your team are waiting to push, and the other 2 members of your team could move up. I think this would be pretty overpowered in solos, but I think at this point it's probably pretty clear that we will not be getting solos, so I'm not too concerned about that. This is a genius hop-up idea though. I've never seen anything like it as far as a weapon hop-up. As I said previously, Jackal from Rainbow Six Siege has a similar thing where if he scans footprints on the ground, everyone on his team can see the position of that person for however long. And I think this would be fine to use, especially on World's Edge, because it's such a large map that it's very easy to break off for those 20 seconds. It also would reward higher skilled players, which I think is a good thing. So yeah, good job, Mad Mac. I really do like this idea of this tracking round. Let me know what you guys think about it though. And let's talk about silencer rounds. Now, a couple people had hinted at this in the comments. They were saying that there should be a suppressor in the game, or saying that there should be a hop-up which silences some weapons. And so I took that idea and kind of put my own spin on it, and that's what you guys are getting here. But basically, I think that the silencer round should go on select sniper rifles. I was thinking in particular on the longbow and the triple take, since the next hop-up that we're going to be talking about is for the Sentinel. When this hop-up is active, the first round in your magazine is completely silent. So in theory, you could shoot and then reload and shoot and reload and shoot. That way, there's a break in between your silenced shots. And the reasoning for this is actually partially based in reality. If you run too many bullets through a silencer, you will melt the silencer in real life, which makes games like PUBG and Call of Duty painful for me to play, because you can run like full 30 round full auto mags through a silencer, which makes me cringe. But I do really like the idea of being able to silence those rounds, especially on World's Edge where it's so open and there's so much sniping going on. You immediately give your team's position away by taking one shot at an enemy, and a large majority of players aren't even going to hit that first round unless their target is standing still. So it really gives you a little wiggle room and encourages a little more sniping. I've noticed lately that there really hasn't been a whole lot of sniping. It's a lot of people running around with Peacekeepers, Wingmans, R99s. I've even seen a lot of people using the Spitfire recently. But even with the Sentinel buff, it feels like a lot of the snipers are very underused. The poor longbow, I don't think has been picked up by a human being since like season 2. So it would be really nice to have a little bit, of encouragement to pick up the longbow and even the triple take, which I know already has the precision choke, but I think it would be pretty cool to have the option of either having that choke or having a silencer. And the last one that I want to talk about is the fusion bullet. Now the idea for this hop up comes from Mr. Mars 22, and I'm just going to read the whole description that he has laid out, which says, my hop-up idea, fusion bullet for the Sentinel, would take all the bullets out of the magazine and make one fusion bullet. It would function the same as charging the Sentinel, but uses the whole mag of sniper ammo instead of a shield battery. Fusion would take 3 seconds to charge to prevent it from spamming. And if you consume 3 magazines in a row, you can have 3 fusion bullets max at one time. I think this is a really great alternative to charging the charge rifle, especially with this inventory. It feels so much harder to effectively use the Sentinel like we used to. You no longer can get those 3 shield batteries in one inventory slot, so you feel like you're almost being punished for trying to use the Sentinel with that shield battery charging. In fact, since the inventory change, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think I have even charged my Sentinel once with a shield battery, just because I'm only allowing myself to hold 2 of them at a time. You really never want to be just down to 1 shield battery. So I do love the idea of this hop up stepping up to the plate and kind of replacing that a little bit. I actually wouldn't mind seeing this hop up on other snipers as well, taking a couple rounds and merging them into one. You're definitely facing consequences for charging it up with this fusion bullet. You know, if you have to use 4 or 5 or even 6 bullets, that's almost a quarter of your entire brick of sniper ammo. So it's definitely not like this would be too abused. You're probably not going to be running an entire inventory full of sniper ammo. So people would have to use this conservatively, which I think is a great thing for a hop up. Since we had Skull Piercer way back in the day, it doesn't really feel like we've had many unfair hop ups. This one would definitely be okay. I don't think it would be too overpowered or anything. But let me know what you guys think. Are these hop ups that you would like to see be brought to the game? Are they hop ups that you yourself would enjoy using, or you wouldn't be too upset if they were used against you? I think these are all fantastic ideas. So thank you guys so much for leaving these in the comments and for allowing me to use them. If you've made it this far in the video, please consider subscribing. I do post every day. I don't think you'll be disappointed with the content. I try to only put out content that I myself would watch and be proud of. And again, we are approaching that 5,000 subscriber mark. So if you have any ideas for it, please let me know in the comments. But that's all for me, guys. So I'll see you tomorrow or maybe later today, depending on if there are any major changes with this season split. That's it for right now. And until next video, take it easy.